So Newbridge line out.
Blue, let's have you, please.
St. Michael's been called
Tim.
to start this semi-final. Brought to you by Setanta Sport in association with Portobello College. And it'll be Sam Green, the St. Michael's
Make sure you're on before
fullback, to start.
Blue, stay on side.
Referee just checking that all is well with
White ready.
the white side, which of course is Newbridge. Green start, then
Backwards.
going backwards from Maroon and Mangan.
Hands away, Blue. Hands out, Blue.
Newbridge get the penalty.
Number 7, ruck formed. Hands away.
And you heard the referees pointing up Chris McKenna for
That's your mark.
putting a hand on the ball in the ruck. Once the ruck was called, hands are out. Conor Brown, quite a long distance when you're in the middle of the field and the touchline is quite a distance away. But conditions at Donnybrook absolutely perfect for this semi-final.
Who's at the front? Keep it straight for me. Hold that gap.
Conor Thompson throwing,
Advantage knock on.
awkwardly back, knocked on by
No
St.
advantage,
Michael's,
knock forward, Blue.
so it'll be a scrum to Newbridge.
Knock forward, Blue. Go! Marcus there.
Step row!
Gentlemen, wait for the engage call. Step up, Blue. Step up.
As the ball came awkwardly
No.
back then, it was knocked forward.
Crouch. Touch. Pause.
So you have Mark Crowe
Gentlemen,
to
I
feed
spoke
the
to both of
scrum
you
for
beforehand. Wait for my
Newbridge.
engage call.
Number 7 for Newbridge
Crouch.
there on the side is
Touch.
Brett
Pause.
Sella.
Engage. Stay bound.
Taken away nicely by the number 8,
Roll away,
Sam
9, Blue.
Coughlin Murray.
Back foot. Hands away. Advantage knock on.
Ball knocked on by Newbridge, so it's
Rock, hands
advantage
away.
to St. Michael's.
Advantage over.
Moved across the line and taken on very well by Mark Craig.
Roll away, tackler.
Ball recycled,
Hands away.
well driven by St. Michael's. Cal Marsh spins it out. Good tackle, and again another good run, this time by Alex Kelly.
Away.
Marsh once more slips it on to the number 3, Craig Cusack, in the middle of the field.
Out.
Nicely retained and recycled. Marsh had a look. The ball nicely passed on, and this is Stephen McGarry up to the
Release it.
22
Release
for
it.
St. Michael's. Dug out by Luke McGrath. Marsh spins it out to Craig.
8 white. Roll away.
This is good continuity by St. Michael's.
Backwards.
An opportunity there for Luke
Hands away.
McGrath, but the gap was quickly sealed as St. Michael's continued to pile on the pressure. Now they have a chance. Marsh feeds it out to the prop forward,
Listen.
Max Ludwig,
Advantage 7 offside.
and it's going to be a penalty to St. Michael's
Number 7
inside
right.
the 22, and the
Okay.
penalty is against
Number
Brett
7
Sella
offside.
for
Front of
getting
the back foot.
into an offside position.
Okay.
And up comes Sam Green. Disappointment then for the Newbridge supporters. Nicely turned by Max Ludwig into the 22. And as the muck or the maul developed, Conor Brown in there struggling for it for Newbridge, but the referee saw offside and some running repairs done to the Newbridge second rower, Ronan Mangan. But the attention now on Sam Green. Straight in front of the posts, inside the 22. Silence at Donnybrook. He's hit it well, the flags go up. St. Michael's lead 3 points to 0. Well, there was no doubt about it, he hit it beautifully.
I'm waiting for him, yeah?
So very good start for St. Michael's, depriving Newbridge of possession. Conor Brown's restart, going right downfield, and that's good response by Colin Mallon. Taken on well by Alex Kelly. And the possession being dominated in the early stages by St. Michael's. Patrick Dix driving on. Pick and drive, and his second row partner and captain Emmett McMahon goes to ground. Luke McGrath spins it out to Marsh. Marsh delayed the pass to Chris Kenna. McGrath loses possession, and for the first time Newbridge get a chance. Brown sees a gap. Nicely collected by Robert Owens. Coming to Gary Burns. Gary Burns using the backs. And the ball out running them. Dara Hennebury just couldn't control the kick.
Okay, time off, shoelaces.
So a player from each side having to reorganize the shoelaces.
Okay.
But as the ball came across the back line, Hennebury, whose dad, Paul Hennebury, had a long and very productive career with Terenure College, and indeed got a number of Leinster caps. Well, Dara Hennebury in the line for Newbridge.
Step off, keep the gap, hold the gap. Yeah, you're fine.
This is Finlay Barry. Nicely taken by Sam Coughlin-Murray for Newbridge from the deflection. And the Newbridge pack.
Hands out, Blue.
Now they want quick possession.
Backward. Stay.
Crow feeds Brown. Hennebury, fullback coming into the line as Burns. Back to Hennebury.
Backwards.
Ball went back. Newbridge drive forward, and it comes to Brown. Looks for the space. Testing one. Cormac Diamond back for St. Michael's and clears it well. The ball just bounced up and saved Cormac Diamond quite a lot of trouble then, but he did well to be in position to clear. It was a testing kick from Conor Brown. The bounce favoured Diamond. The clearance was sound. Thompson's throw.
Line it over. Hands away, leave it alone.
Newbridge move forward, but it's nicely swept in to Alex Kelly for St. Michael's. That's Max Ludwig driving on. Front row partner Craig Cusack, number 3.
Stay. Back foot.
Now the number 8 has a go, Colin Mallon. Still inside the
on the ground.
St. Michael's half. Ball being played on the ground in the ruck by Newbridge. Brett Sella, the one who got a hand to it. Brett Sella's older brother Austin was captain of the Newbridge SCT side. He's also a member of the US under-19 squad. That's big brother Austin. But it's Brett Sella who's in action today in the Newbridge side in the Junior Cup semi-final. Sam Green with the penalty.
Okay, take a step.
Barry's throw. Nicely won by the wing forward Stephen McGarry up towards the Newbridge 22. The forwards pick and drive into the 22. turned over by Newbridge, and that's a valuable one. And Brown's clearance brings play well outside the danger zone. It was a good turnover by Newbridge, just when it mattered. And the Newbridge supporters in very good voice
Blue, two, take a step.
For this semi-final.
Step, Blue.
Barry's throw again, intercepted, knocked forward by Newbridge. Advantage to St. Michael's.
Hands away.
Going to ground is Mark Craig, taken on by Cusack. Big, strong prop forward, makes ground, makes it available for McGrath. Now Marsh, now the fullback Green in the line. Chance here as Diamond runs into the 22. Penalty against St. Michael's. Ball not released.
Number 11 holding on.
It was a beautiful movement by St. Michael's. Green waited, gave it to Diamond.
Time off.
But the defence was organised. The penalty against St. Michael's. And the number 8 for Newbridge is Sam Coughlin-Murray, player who previously played as a back and has a great turn of speed. But just seems to have got winded and needs just that little bit of attention and rest, and he'll be back in action.
Fine.
It was a fine piece of running by the backs, having been brought into the 22 by Craig Cusack on the right, but the recycling was good. Meanwhile, one of the Newbridge players, having received attention, can resume.
Okay. Time on, holding on.
The ball not in touch, taken on by Patrick Dix. This is the big number 5.
8, stay away.
McGrath to Marsh. Well controlled by Mallon.
Release at 8. Back foot, white.
And St. Michael's recycle and tried the left approach. But first, Craig Cusack sets it up.
That's gone backwards off White. Hands out, Blue. 7 Blue, stay out.
White retain and regain possession. Ball coming to Diamond. Booted on well by Hennebury. Gary Burns. Strong runner, just forced into touch.
Easy.
Good covering by St. Michael's.
Number 1 White. Number 1 White. Don't think about interfering with the kicker, okay? Leave him alone. Hold the gap.
So St. Michael's have to do it all again.
Leave it.
Barry's throw.
His numbers.
Nicely taken.
Numbers 5, you came in, they didn't.
But the
free kick
is against St. Michael's for having too many in the line out. Good charge this by James Tracy.
4 Blue, away. Back foot.
Crow to Brown to Hennebury. Outside is O'Connor.
Release it.
Newbridge.
13, don't interfere. Hands away.
Open it up again, and this time as it comes back to Marcus Duke, the referee's whistle goes because one of the players is down injured, and wisely referee Brian McNeese calls a halt.
Mark it down.
And this semi-final of the Powerade Leinster Schools Junior Cup, attracting a very enthusiastic audience and just some attention required for the injured player.
Do you need the first aid? First aid,
Some anxious supporters wonder and worry. The injured player, Robert Owens. I think he wants to continue, but so Robert Owens called ashore, having had one or two opportunities early in the game to test the opposition, but wiser counsels suggest that he come off. And coming into the side is Nathan van der Laan.
Step closer. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Play resumes. Scrum to Newbridge. Mark Crowe feeds.
Stay 9 blue.
Feeds it out to Brown. Brown to Hennebury. Full back in the line, can't hold it. Gary Burns just losing possession. Advantage to St. Michael's. This is Marsh. Finds the gap. Diamond kicks it on. And covering back, Rob O'Connor.
Hands away, Rook, hands away, back.
Now Crowe, now Brown, now Hennebury. Left wing there.
Hands out.
Or on the other wing was Adrian Dunn.
Advantage. In the side and off your feet.
Penalty against St. Michael's.
And off your feet.
So for all the possession that St. Michael's have had, they still only lead by the 3 points, kicked after 4 minutes by their fullback Sam Green. You had confirmation there of the substitution.
Blue, stay on your feet at ruck time. Stay on your feet at
Robert Owens being, the injured Robert Owens being replaced by Nathan van der Laan.
Stay on.
Nicely taken by Ronan Mangan. Sets it up well for Mark Crowe. This is Brown looking for space behind Diamond. The bounce crucial. Diamond gathers. Well tackled by Adrian Dunn, who was following up, but away come St. Michael's out from their 22.
3, roll away White.
This time McGrath feeds Diamond, and Diamond finds touch. Cormac Diamond tested there to the full on 2 occasions, has come up trumps for St. Michael's. 2 testing kicks in his direction, no bother to him.
Take a step. No. Blue at the back.
Connor Thompson, the thrower for Newbridge. Nicely taken at the front by James Tracy.
Hands away too.
Newbridge set it up. Long one to Hennebury. There's a gap there, but as the right winger Adrian Dunn came into the middle, he was just too close to take it on the burst. Knocked it on.
Time off.
And a stoppage while Emmett McMahon, the St. Michael's captain, receives attention, and also Dara Hennebury. And that's Dara Hennebury. We mentioned earlier that his dad, Paul, had a long and distinguished career with Terranure College, and a fine out half he was too, played for Leinster a few times. And many of the characteristics that his father showed been shown by his son Dara. Just there, the incursion of the right wing Adrian Dunn on the burst just was too close. Ball knocked forward. Scrum
wait for it, gentlemen. Crouch.
Just short of halfway.
Pause. Engage.
St. Michael's feed.
Hold it steady. Up we go, we're going to start again. I want it held steady, blue and white.
The voice of the referee, Brian McNeese.
Touch, pause, engage.
Just a little nudging at the scrum halves then. Nicely fed back from Mallon to McGrath. And the kick finds touch just outside the 22.
Take a step right. Get them with you.
Thompson, the thrower. Awkwardly down, but well controlled by Sam Coughlin-Murray.
Stay out 4 blue, get out.
Sets it up for the
Advantage
scrum
offside.
half. And
Number
the
8
fly
offside.
half, Conor Brown, finds touch, but it's a penalty against
Number 8
St. Michael's.
offside.
Colin Mallon up a bit too quickly
That's
from
your
an
mark there.
offside position. Conor Brown, the captain of Newbridge, brings play almost to halfway, but most importantly, he finds touch.
Blue.
The number 8 just moving forward too quickly, offside.
Straight down the middle. It's not straight, blue.
Not straight in the line, so St. Michael's had the option of a throw or a
Take it out
scrum.
15.
Although the option is for a line
That's your
out,
mark.
on very few occasions is that particular
Wait
option
for the
taken.
engage.
Invariably the
Touch,
team
pause,
offered the option
engage.
will go for the scrum.
Right, stay on.
I think the reason is obvious. Out it comes to Marsh. Marsh to Kelly, looking for Diamond. Wisely, Diamond tests Burns. Diamond again, or the fullback
Release it,
Sam
15.
Green did well under pressure for Michaels.
Okay. Tackler, roll away, get out. Out. Leave him alone.
Ball available for McGrath.
Hands away, release it.
And the penalty against
Over here.
St. Michael's.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No.
The referee wants to have a word
Over
with
here.
the St. Michael's offender.
Okay, that's dangerous. He's gone wide off his feet. It's more dangerous for himself and his own neck than anybody else, okay? It's reckless. Do not do that again, okay? Stay on your feet. Captain?
I see
all
as
of the players stay
Kelly
on
went
their feet.
over
Rock and
then,
roll time, okay? Tell them.
he has to stay on his
Marcus
feet.
over here.
So Conor Brown finds touch. Just under 8 minutes left in the first half.
Numbers. Up to the mark. 2.
Newbridge vary
2.
the length of the
Who's your
line.
receiver? Lay on.
Nicely taken there by James Tracy
Hands away, hands away.
in his second year in the JCT.
There it is.
Should be available for Crow. Don't think Kieran O'Carroll was actually expecting
8
it,
blue,
but
get out.
did well,
Back foot
sets
two.
it up. Now Crow finds Brown, Hennebury, and this is Burns in the line.
Release it. Hands away.
Newbridge retained possession. Tracy again making progress.
Rock, hands out.
10 metres
Back foot,
inside
back.
the Michael's half.
Stay.
Not the best of passes. Hennebury couldn't hold it. Booted through by Emmett or by Patrick Dix. Full-back is caught in possession.
Release it.
Penalty against Newbridge, and
Follow
another opportunity for St.
back
Michael's to stretch their
Leave
lead.
it alone.
Well, all that stemming from a difficult pass which couldn't be controlled. Advantage came to St. Michael's when Patrick Dix booted it on, and as you saw there, fullback Gary Burns with little or no support, isolated, grounded, concedes the penalty. So Green has his second chance. A little bit to the right this time. Very mannerly silence in Donnybrook. Sam Green. Straight as an arrow. Extends the lead to 6 points. And he hits the ball very sweetly. So it's 6 points to 0. 25 minutes into the first half.
Keep them on, White.
St. Michael's hoping to get to their second final. Nicely taken by Chris Kenna.
Release at 7.
Back to Marsh. This is Kelly. And the number 8, Colin Mallon, in the line. Swings it on. Sam Green looks outside. The ball was knocked forward, or it wasn't knocked forward. The advantage, Burns clearing his lines under pressure. But for a moment it looked as if the left wing, Cormac Diamond, had lost possession. But what a counter by St. Michael's from inside their own 22. Good incursion by Colin Mallon, linking up. Sam Green took it on to halfway, and it was there that the ball was booted on very clearly. No question of a knock-on by Diamond, and Burns, under immense pressure, did well for Newbridge to clear the line. What a piece of ground gained by St. Michael's. Barry's throw.
I don't need the help. Okay, what would you like?
The ball not straight, so Newbridge get the advantage of a put-in.
Keep it straight and square. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
So it's Newbridge aligning their backs in a rather dangerous situation, because they have nobody on the right flank at all.
Stay 6 points.
So they can't afford any lapse as it comes to their captain, Brown.
Okay.
And full of confidence. No mistake. So Newbridge, having just a moment ago been inside the opposition 22, find themselves defending.
Numbers 3, receiver. Okay.
Finlay Barry throwing for Michaels.
Lay on.
Nicely taken again by Patrick Dix. This is the second drawer. Good defensive work by Michaels, but ball has been retained.
Ace White out.
And Sam Coughlin-Murray has robbed possession.
9 offside.
And back once more to the Newbridge captain. But it'll be a penalty.
10 yards. 3. Excuse me. I don't want any back shot, okay? You walk your 10 yards and you get ready for the penalty. Keep him quiet.
So the St. Michael's players learning the hard way from the referee that the referee's decision is final.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Penalty goes to Newbridge, and Conor Brand finds touch just on the 10-metre line inside Michael's half.
You get your front row to keep their feet down as well.
So with time running out in this first half, Newbridge needs some good possession. Thompson's throw, awkwardly down to the scrum half. He did well under pressure.
Blue, hands off, Blue!
Another penalty.
I'm calling hands away.
The referee calling that the ball was, a ruck had been formed, and Colin Mallon couldn't resist the temptation. Conor Brand Doesn't find touch. So it's a line out back near the halfway. This time it's inside the Newbridge half, and they've really got to organise their line out.
2. 1 out, 1 out, 1 out, Blue.
That's better. Ronan Mangan driving on. Now Crow. Brett-Sella, straight burst.
Hands out. Back foot.
Sets it up.
Stay.
Crow again. Now Brown. Burns drilled as he came in support. Brown tries to take it away.
10. Back foot, back.
McGrath, or Crow. Back it came rather fortuitously to James Tracy.
Stay.
Brown's testing kick. Robert Owens, who was replaced by Van der Laan.
Brought it back in.
And the substitute did well. So for the first time, Newbridge have an attacking line out inside the opposition 22.
Numbers 2. Stop.
Again,
Stop.
They just put 2 in the line out
for
Thompson to throw. The number 8, Coughlin Murray. Intercepted beautifully by St. Michael's.
Easy.
Sam Green takes and clears to touch.
8. 8 Blue. Don't get involved. Don't get involved.
Good work by St. Michael's at the line out. And Newbridge looking just a little bit.
Take a step off it, Blue. Wait.
Down
step
because they haven't really been able to get any valuable or clean possession. This time, Ronan Mangan does win a clean line out. Now Brown slips it inside. This is Hennebury.
Back foot, Blue. Stay.
Brown again. And again, good tackle by Alex Kelly coming through on the fullback.
Back foot, Blue.
Gary Burns.
Hands away.
Newbridge wanted quickly. They have men here. Hennebury links up very nicely with Brett-Sella.
No advantage.
Ball not forward by St. Michael's. Scrum put in for Newbridge. But one would have to say that the St. Michael's defence has been outstanding. And whenever Newbridge have threatened to move it wide, the defence has stood firm. Meanwhile, while we have the stoppage for injury, the referee just has a word of advice to St. Michael's team. Alex Kelly, having received attention, takes his place back out in midfield.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Steady.
Scrum to be fed by Mark Crow.
Square. I want you square shoulders, and you hold it square on this side. Okay, keep it rock steady. Crouch, touch, pause, engage. Hold it steady, Blue. Blue 1. Get it in. Stay bound 7.
Crow. Brown's high kick. Sam underneath it.
Leave him alone. You know what you do.
Penalty against
when the ball is
Sam Coughlin Murray. He was up too quickly. In fact, Rob O'Connor was the one who was up on the fullback. But the referee decides it's half time, and at the break, having been the dominant side in terms of possession. St. Michael's lead Newbridge by 6 points to 0. 2 penalty goals by Sam Green, giving them a comfortable half-time lead.
Ireland's #1 supplier of all-weather synthetic grass surfaces. From rugby to football and hurling, soccer to hockey, tennis to gardens and creches. Whatever your all-weather requirements, Pride Sports and Leisure accept no substitute.
Get ready for a new kind of revolution in team sports training. The Fit Frame is a totally unique way to train your team no matter what the sport. With numerous functional applications and the ability to train more than 20 people at once, it's also perfect for PE classes. Available now in school and club versions. With such affordability and ease of use, can your team or school afford to get left behind? And check out our exciting junior range Gym Kids. Visit us at teamhop.com. Train as a team, win as a team. Fit Frame.
I'm Robert Trent Jones Jr. and I'm the golf course architect for Zala Springs Resort in Hungary. I've been involved in over 200 famous golf course developments around the world. Zala Springs has the potential to be among the best. The Zala Springs Resort will have a world-class hotel, a thermal spa, and the vineyard. And now there's an opportunity to purchase a property in this emerging destination.
For details of our second release and upcoming shows in Dublin, Cork, Limerick and Belfast, visit zalasprings.com.
Felipe Contepomi, excellence in rugby. Griffith College, excellence in education.
Arms folded means they're defensive. Arms fidgeting means they're nervous. Arms open means Cox, Fitzsimons and Wilkes sent them. Financial recruitment specialist Cox, Fitzsimons and Wilkes. Recognizing and recruiting the best.
Why can't all good things come without downsides? Like football? Oh, without the amateur dramatics.
Great Coke taste, zero sugar.
Schoolboys Rugby on Setanta Sports is proudly sponsored by Portobello College, Dublin.
And the referee, Brian McNeese, checks with Newbridge, then checks with St. Michael's for the start of this second half. This Powerade Leinster Schools Junior Cup semi-final. St. Michael's leading by 6 points to 0 with those 2 penalty goals by the fullback, Sam Green. Newbridge, having listened to the words of their head coach, Matt O'Shea, at half-time, will be determined to make a bigger impression on the game than they did in the first half. Deprived as they were of a lot of possession in the line-out. No advantage coming there, so the referee gives a scrum to Newbridge.
Wait for him. Okay.
These schools rugby matches brought to you by Setanta Sport in association with Portobello College. And it's the Newbridge scrum half, Mark Crowe, with the put in. Better heel, Crowe retreats, and this is Sam Coughlin-Murray linking up with Adrian Dunn.
7 blue, roll away. Back foot.
Newbridge waiting for it.
Back.
Prop forward takes it on, James Tracy up towards the 22. Should be available for Crowe. Captain Brown in possession, swings it outside to Hennebury. Hennebury into the 22. Can he go the whole way? Yes, he can. He's there. It's a try. Dara Hennebury in the first minute of the second half narrows the gap to a point. What a good break this was by the big centre. His dad, Paul Hennebury, would have been very proud of that, showing great pace and strength. From outside the 22, he saw the gap and went clean through. And the despairing tackle by Luke McGrath couldn't stop him. Joy unconfined. So an opportunity from the word go for Conor Brown to put Newbridge in front. That's the angle. He's hit it beautifully. What a kick. Newbridge lead. 7 points to 6. Not an easy kick, but from the time it left his boot, it was always there.
Stay on, Blue. Blue, stay on.
Now St. Michael's, having dominated for so much in the first half, have to do
Blue,
it
roll away, get out.
all
Get
again. Back to Brown. The bounce beats Diamond. St. Michael's throw on the Newbridge 10-metre line.
Blue, take a step, marks on me. Go, go, go. In, back in. It's formed. Receiver.
So to throw is Barry. Ball knocked forward in the line out.
It's knocked forward by Blue. Take it out to the 15.
Newbridge will have to put in. And where they were dominant in the first half,
keep it square and steady.
St. Michael's now
crouch,
just
touch,
struggling a little
pause,
for
engage.
Good possession.
9, get out of the road. Get it in.
Mark Crowe feeds. Brown waits. Launches a Gary Owen. Coming down to Sam Green. Hennebury's there. Hennebury gathers. The try scorer slipped it on.
Forward.
The pass was forward. But what a good catch by Hennebury as he followed up. Didn't take his eye off it. Certainly wasn't Sam Green's fault that he didn't catch it. More credit to the Newbridge centre.
Engage. Stay on 9, 9, get on.
McGrath waits. Takes it from the back row, full-back Green in the line.
Reset.
Good tackle by Brown.
Hands away.
Newbridge turn it over. Penalty against St. Michael's for offside.
Offside, number 9.
Brown has a look at the posts, and from the 10-metre line, he's going to have a shot at goal. It's a long way. But what a start to the second half Newbridge have made.
Back on my foot there, right on the 10, okay?
Now he's just 10 metres in from touch. And you see him on the 10-metre line. So he's all of 45, 50 yards from the posts. So Conor Brown, captain of Newbridge, hits it hard and well. He's got the distance, but not the direction. The ball just goes over the dead ball line.
4, captain.
A good hit by Conor Brown, but just enough perhaps to worry the opposition.
Time off, injury.
And play held up, while one of the St. Michael's players receives attention. Already, St. Michael's are without Robert Owens, their winger, their left wing. And Craig Cusack is the one in the wars. And Craig Cusack called ashore. And number 17, David Reynolds, comes in. Disappointment for the prop forward, Craig Cusack. Sam Green restarts. Newbridge on the attack. Brett Sella.
Hands away, 13. Hands out, 13.
Crow.
Back foot. Stay.
Taken on by James Tracy.
Number 9, Blue, roll away.
Been a very active prop forward.
Stay.
Brown looks for an angle to test Diamond. This time the bounce could be awkward, but he gets in the kick, but it's off. Slides off the boot. Advantage to Newbridge. The charging presence of Adrian Dunn, just making his presence felt as Cormac Diamond prepared to clear. Slight delay while running repairs are done to the boots. Knock on, an advantage to St. Michael's. Now can Michael's get back into the game?
Advantage over.
Marsh feeding it out to Kelly. Alex Kelly, tackle just on the 10-metre line. Luke McGrath.
Hands off, leave it alone.
Drives on, but the ball's been turned over. Away comes Brown. Loses it, taken on by Nathan van der Laan.
Blue scrum.
So no advantage coming to St. Michael's.
Blue scrum.
From the knock on, they get the foot into the scrum.
Wait. Crouch, touch, pause, engage. And that was road 9.
Crow's feed.
Okay.
Waits to set Brown on his way, or sorry, Marsh. Green in the line. Ball goes loose. Marsh boots it out. Diamond tries to pick up, but the referee saw forward. Ball going forward. Disheartened Sam Brown walks back.
Time off.
And now Newbridge player requiring attention.
Okay.
So the backroom team come on to attend to the injured player, and change of mood now for the Newbridge supporters, who found themselves trailing at half-time, their team trailing by 6 points at the break. But Hennebury's try, converted by Brown, has turned it right round for them. And the Newbridge side that has come out for the second half, quite different from the side that seemed to be in action in the first half.
That's our mark. There's the mark. There.
So Owen Howland has recovered from the knock.
Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Mark Crow to feed.
Get it in.
Taken away by Sam Coughlin-Murray. Beautifully out to Dunn. Dunn tackled inside the 22. And away comes. They're looking for obstruction. They've got it as the ball bounces outside the Newbridge 22. Hennebury was back to cover.
Late tackle.
But the late tackle has penalised them as the ball was cleared downfield.
Okay. Time off.
It was touch and go really, but the referee saw it as obstruction and the penalty where the ball landed. So an opportunity for St. Michael's to come back into it.
Plenty of time to pull out of that tackle, okay? Keep your discipline.
The referee speaks to the captain of Newbridge, says that the defender had time to abort the tackle. But what a turnaround for St. Michael's.
A couple of steps.
As Sam Green
A couple more steps.
has a chance to regain the lead.
Keep going, come on.
Well, having conceded the lead and looked as if they were in all sorts of trouble inside their own 22, St. Michael's have this chance to regain it with that great counter run. Sam Green then. But it's left and wide.
22.
Didn't get that one anything like as cleanly as he had got the two previous efforts.
On side white.
So Newbridge hold on to that lead. 7-6. Their captain restarts. Taken by Van der Laan. This is Kelly.
Back foot.
Up to the Newbridge 22. Out it comes to Marsh. Slips it on to Kenna. The ball going loose, but it's Hennebury in possession for Newbridge. Now can he turn and get it back? Whistle goes, and it'll be put in for St. Michael's going forward in the maul.
Marcus there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stay in the mark. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
McGrath feeds. Taken away by Mallon. Mallon stopped.
Hands away, 7.
Ball available for St. Michael's. Captain Emmett McMahon
roll away.
turns
roll away,
and feeds it back.
Advantage.
Going to be another penalty to St. Michael's as the Newbridge defence was seen to infringe, and it was Ratzella once more penalised. Sam Green has another chance to regain the lead.
Is there, yeah?
So having been on the defensive for the early part of the second half, St. Michael's from that breakout have suddenly regained their composure, and they have a chance of regaining the lead. That shot gives you the absolute angle. So Green's kick curls inside the post, and St. Michael's are back in front. 9 points to 7. This time he made no mistake, straight through the post.
14 plus injury.
So just 15 minutes of normal playing time remain. And they restart from Conor Brown, just slides off the boot a bit. Taken nicely by Max Ludwig.
Roll away. Back foot, White.
McGrath feeds Marsh. Kelly finds a break on the outside. Craig carries it on.
Stay out, White. Accidental offside.
And it'll be a scrum to Newbridge for accidental offside.
Accidental offside.
Which means, of course, with the accidental offside, the player in possession bumps into one of his own teammates in front of him.
Hold it. Fellas, keep it square and steady. Touch has an outside watch him as well. Crouch, touch. Up, up, up. Start again, go to square. Crouch.
So it's Mark
Pause.
Crowe
Engage.
to feed the scrum for Newbridge.
Put down.
Feeding Brown, and Hennebury again has found a gap. Chance here, leaves it outside. Referee says it was forward. This won't be a try as the whistle goes. The whistle sounds again and again, but the Newbridge players and the defenders
Ball has gone forward.
weren't to hear it. But what a good break again by Hennebury. But the transfer to Adrian Dunn considered to be forward. Marginally so, I should imagine, but the referee was well placed. But what a good break that was by Hennebury again. Got the first try. And play held up while one of the defenders receives attention. Might be Alex Kelly back there, but certainly the St. Michael's defence really stretched. Hennebury's pace carrying the Newbridge attack almost to the line.
Okay, what's happening?
Have a look at the break again. The acceleration through the gap, immense. The pass, well, referee saw it as forward, but as it turned out, Gay Burns was just hauled down short of the line, and in fact his opposite number, Sam Green, who's kicked the 3 penalty goals for St. Michael's, is the one who was injured, as while the whistle had gone, the players from both sides didn't hear it and continued to scramble to try and affect the score.
Marcus back. Second. It's going to go.
So Sam Green not really comfortable, and it seems that St. Michael's will bring on a substitute.
It's going to be a scrum, blue scrum for forward pass. Is he on?
But a long delay.
Okay.
And it'll be Mark Corbelis to be called on, and he comes on.
Blue forward pass.
So the replacement, Mark Corbelis, comes on to the wing. Nathan van der Laan goes to full back. And disappointment for Sam Green.
9 white, get out. Back foot, 7.
St. Michael's trying to drive it out from their own danger area, taken on by Chris Kenna. Stephen McGarry.
That's knocked forward on the ground by Joe.
And once more, St. Michael's knock it forward.
Easy. That's your mark there.
Just a quick word from the full-back, Gary Burns, to the fly half, Connor Brown.
Crouch.
And Newbridge aligned their entire 3-quarter line on the left. The ball comes back. Brown takes it, slips inside.
Hands away. Blue, hands out.
Crowe wants it quickly. Hennebury takes, slips through the kick. Van der Laan, substitute fullback, finds touch just outside the 22. Nathan van der Laan, who's had to take over the fullback duties now that Sam Green has retired. Another good testing kick by Hennebury.
Stay on.
Taken on by Ronan Mangan.
Back. Stay.
Now we have Brett Sella.
Hands away. 4, get out. Advantage.
Brown feeds it on, takes it on the loop. Penalty against
number 4 in the side.
St. Michael's.
4 blue.
And the captain quickly taken by Hennebury. Hennebury gives it outside. They're at the line almost.
Hands away.
Jack Cantillon almost there.
Back foot.
Now it's fed out. Newbridge piling on the pressure, just short of the line.
Back foot blue.
Tracy waits and takes, tries to make it himself.
Hands away, release.
It's available for the scrum half. He looks for the big figure of Ronan Mangan.
Back foot blue.
If they can move it now, Brand feeds it on to Hennebury. He links up nicely with Craig or with Howland. Now the scrum half, Crow goes on his own. This is done.
Release of 14. Back foot.
Newbridge lined up, waiting for the attack.
Hands away.
Or the opportunity to attack. Now it comes out to Howard, to the fly half. It's over. Conor Brand drops the goal that regains the lead for Newbridge. A score of some kind had to come. Good drive by all of the players from the Newbridge side. They really did turn on the pressure, but Brown just had one look at the post and went for the drop-it goal. Hit it beautifully. Newbridge lead.
Time is off.
10 points to 9.
Yeah, 6 minutes plus injury.
The injured player, James Tracy. And the supporters wearing blue, St. Michael's, really must have had their hearts in their mouths then. But there was almost unending pressure applied to St. Michael's.
Okay, you happy for them to continue? Yeah? Let's go.
But what a vital incursion by the captain, Conor Brand.
Stay on, Blue. Wait till the field's clear. Let's go.
Well, James Tracy, who's contributed a lot, not only in the scrums but in open play, goes to take his place. Van der Laan restarts.
Blue 1, roll away. Blue 1, stay away.
Back to Brown again.
Okay.
And his touch fine brings play about 10-15 metres out from the 22. And now another stoppage.
Time off.
This
Injury.
time it'll be Max Ludwig, the St. Michael's prop forward, who's really given us all, and the St. Michael's players who defended so valiantly as Newbridge came at them wave after wave before that drop goal. Now certainly feeling the effects.
Time on, marks on me. Take a step. On the mark.
Well, these prop forwards are made of stern stuff, aren't they?
Out, Blue.
Barry to throw. Taken at the end and driven forward.
Away.
McGrath to Marsh, to Kelly. Van der Laan coming up outside Kelly. Kelly not held in the tackle. Gains a few more yards.
Advantage, offside 6.
Marsh to McGrath. It'll be advantage to St. Michael's. They'll have a chance of a penalty if this doesn't work out. It didn't.
Offside.
And the penalty is against Marcus Duke.
Number 6, offside.
Who got himself offside. And Van der Laan, the substitute, comes up to have his first shot of goal to try and put St. Michael's back in front. Well, great excitement in this Powerade Leinster Schools Junior Cup semi-final. Van der Laan then looking at the posts. The substitute kicker has hit it perfectly. St. Michael's regained the lead, 12 points to 10. Beautiful kick. And in the background, time remaining, 2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. Newbridge restart. Taken well by Chris Kenna.
Stay, back foot.
McGrath waits. Van der Laan's clearance, not finding touch. Gary Burns thinks about opening it up. Well tackled by Max Ludwig.
Stay on your feet.
Penalty.
Off your feet. Off your feet.
The St. Michael's players went over the top and lost their footing.
6 and 7 off their feet. That's your mark there.
So,
yeah, there you go.
Conor Brown wants his players to go on the far side. He's hit it well, he's hit it into the 22, and it goes into touch. It'll be a throw anyway for Newbridge, 10 metres out. Well, Mark Crowe did everything there to try and keep it in play, but too much power on the kick. And a line out
Numbers
for Newbridge, who trail by just 2 points in the last minute of normal time.
7, roll away blue. Get out, 7.
Back it comes to Crowe, driven on by Betzella. Now Crowe fed out again. This time Tracy is held up short.
Okay, it's not going to come out of that.
And it'll be a scrum to Newbridge.
Hold up. Whoa. Easy, go back. Tanya, okay?
Conor Brown,
scrum.
Captain of Newbridge, recovers. And the scrum as we go into injury time.
Time's off.
How long will the referee add? As it came back here, the Captain Brown fed it out, but the cover was there to make sure that James Tracy wasn't going to make the line.
Okay, you ready? Time on. Scrum. On the 5.
And Conor Brown got a knock in the tackle. He's okay. Play continues. 5 metres from the St. Michael's line.
Touch, pause, engage.
And now into additional time. Good scrum. Comes back to Brown. Brown to Hennebury. Hennebury can't hold it. Goes forward. Advantage to St. Michael's. Cleared downfield. Back comes Adrian Dunn.
Reset.
Ball not released.
Holding on.
St. Michael's get the chance to find touch and bring play outside their half. The referee saying 4 minutes of injury time.
Okay, that's it.
So Van der Laan just getting advice to what should he do, and Conor Brown informs him, make sure you get your touch down as far as you can, which he does.
Yeah, 3.5 to go, okay?
You hear the referee saying 3.5 to go.
Hold up. Wait.
And now St. Michael's
3.5.
leading by 2 points. wait for the throw as one of the Newbridge players receives attention.
Okay.
And St. Michael's gain it.
Blue line.
Drive St. Michael's back, but been turned over. And St. Michael's get them all rolling, almost running. Number 8 in possession is Colin Mellon. Up to the Newbridge 22, penalty to St. Michael's for collapsing them all.
Still 2 minutes to go. Number 3 pulling it down.
2 minutes to go, and they decide to go for the corner. And Nathan van der Laan told to find touch. Time ticks away, ticks on. St. Michael's 2 points to the good. Quite happy to slow it down. Newbridge starved of possession. Ball knocked forward. Newbridge try and work it out from their own goal line. Hennebury tackles.
Back foot, no it's not.
And it's turned over by St. Michael's.
Hands away, back foot. Back you go.
Big chance here for Michaels to seal it. Under the posts. McGrath to Marsh. Prop forward in the line. Van der Laan loses possession. Newbridge pick it up and come away.
17, leave it alone. Back foot, blue.
What drama could unfold here as the ball is whipped out across the line. Offside, I should imagine,
it was by blue first. No advantage.
The advantage wasn't accruing to Newbridge, so they get a scrum. And the referee
Mark,
calls for the scrum.
Yeah, clock is off. Time off.
The referee just coming over to the touch judge to check with one of the injured parties. But what a thrilling game this has been, with Newbridge having trailed 6 points to 0 at half-time to St. Michael's. 2 penalty goals by the fullback Sam Green giving Michael's that lead. But they came back strongly, and Dara Hennebury got a try which Brown converted. Super try it was for Newbridge to put Newbridge in front early in the second half. 7 points to 6.
Marcus here.
Back came Green with another penalty for St. Michael's. 9 points to 7 for St. Michael's. And then the lead was regained once more when Conor Brand dropped a goal for Newbridge. 10 points to 9 they led, until Van der Laan got a penalty goal for St. Michael's to make it 12-10. And that's the way it stood, as we are now very deep into injury time, and Newbridge really need something special if they've to pull this game out of the fire. What a battle they have made as the ball comes back once more to Brand. Going on the short side. Brand from inside his 22. Conor Brand from his own 22 up to the halfway line. He had men outside him. He could have passed.
At least a 10.
Good defence. The ball's in touch. The referee looks at his watch, blows the final whistle, and Newbridge have been denied a place in the final. They're shattered, and the relief to the St. Michael's team and players palpable. What a finish, as St. Michael's win their way into the final of the Powerade Leinster Schools Junior Cup, beating Newbridge by 12 points to 10. An exciting and dramatic semi-final as ever you'll find. But the winners today, St. Michael's beating Newbridge on that scoreline, 12 points to 10. And St. Michael's await the outcome of the second semi-final of the Powerade Leinster Schools Junior Cup. That's between Terenure and Blackrock, to be played on Tuesday. You can see it on Setanta Sports at 5:40 in the afternoon. And don't forget the coverage of the final of the Powerade Leinster Schools Senior Cup is between Clongowes College and St Michael's College. And Setanta Sport bring you live coverage of that final on Sunday, March 18 at 3:10. Kick-off of that final is at 3:30. And for those subscribers who wish to get Setanta Sports in the Republic of Ireland, Sky customers should call 0818 20 30 40. From Northern Ireland, 08700 50 69 59. Or you can also contact setanta.com. So the end of a magnificent semi-final sees St Michael's through. They don't come much more exciting than this. Disappointment for Newbridge. We hope you enjoyed our coverage from Donnybrook. It's goodbye.